She waited 3 days for a reply. No message, no call, no explanation. Just silence.
They had been talking every single day for 2 months. Then one morning, nothing. Like he never existed.
She didn't know what happened. She didn't know what she did wrong. She just knew one thing. She had been ghosted.
And what makes this word so fascinating isn't just what it means, it's what it tells you about an entire culture. Today, we're going to explain everything.
Welcome to Word by Word English, where every episode we teach you one powerful word that changes how you understand the world around you.
Today's word is one of the most uniquely American words of the last decade. It started in dating culture, then it moved to friendships, then jobs, then business. Now it's everywhere.
By the end of this episode, you'll understand not just what ghosting means, but why it exists, why Americans do it, and what it says about modern life in the United States.
This one goes deep. Don't go anywhere.
Let's start with the real origin story. And trust me, the real story is more interesting than anything you've ever heard before.
March 2014, New York City. A writer and cartoonist named Hannah Vanderpool was frustrated. Dates kept disappearing on her. No calls back, no explanations, just complete silence. And she had no word to describe what was happening.
So she did something creative. She made a parody music video called Ghoster's Paradise, posted it on YouTube, and in that video she used the word ghosting for the very first time in this context.
The video spread. People immediately recognized the feeling. Yes, that's exactly what happened to me. The word filled a gap that millions of people didn't even know existed in their vocabulary.
Then, June 2015, the New York Times published a major article about ghosting. But what made it go truly mainstream was the reason they wrote it. Actress Charlize Theron had allegedly ended her relationship with Sean Penn by ghosting him, simply ignoring all his calls and messages until he stopped trying.
A Hollywood celebrity, a high-profile relationship, and suddenly everyone was talking about this word.
That same year, it was included in the Collins English Dictionary, and it was later added to the Oxford English Dictionary, which defines it as the practice of ending a personal relationship with someone by suddenly and without explanation withdrawing from all communication.
From one YouTube video to the Oxford English Dictionary in less than 2 years.
The word is ghosting, and what makes it so fascinating is not just what it means, but why it needed to exist at all.
So here's the question nobody asks. Why does ghosting happen? Because it's not just rudeness, it's not just laziness, there's something deeper going on.
Let's talk about American culture for a second. Americans are raised to value two things above almost everything else: personal freedom and avoiding conflict.
Personal freedom means I have the right to choose who is in my life. If I don't want someone in my life anymore, that is my personal decision. Nobody can force me to explain myself.
And conflict avoidance means having a difficult conversation feels uncomfortable. Saying, "I don't want to talk to you anymore," feels mean. It feels confrontational. It feels like it could cause a fight.
So what does a conflict avoidant person do when they want to exit a relationship or a situation? They disappear. Slowly, at first. Replies get slower, then silence.
It feels easier. It feels cleaner. It feels like avoiding pain for both sides.
But here's the irony. Studies have shown that being ghosted actually causes more psychological pain than being told directly that someone doesn't want to continue, because the person who is ghosted is left with no closure.
No closure means your brain keeps searching for an answer that never comes. What did I do wrong? Was it something I said? Did something happen to them? The mind can't move on because it never got an ending.
Psychologists have compared the experience of being ghosted to something called social death, the feeling that you have been erased from someone's world without warning.
And that, right there, is why this word says more about American culture than any dictionary definition ever could.
It's not just a word, it's a window into how millions of people navigate relationships in the modern world.
Now let's talk about something really fascinating, because how ghosting moved far beyond dating tells you even more about American culture.
Stage 1, 2014 to 2016. Ghosting was purely a dating term. It was about romantic relationships, someone you were seeing just disappearing.
Stage 2, 2016 to 2018, ghosting entered friendships. People started using it to describe friends who just faded away. No fight, no conversation, just slowly less contact until there was none.
Stage 3, 2018 to 2020. Ghosting entered the workplace. Job candidates started reporting that companies were ghosting them after interviews. No rejection email, no callback, just silence.
This was actually a huge deal in America. Major newspapers covered it. HR professionals were writing articles about it. Companies were being called out publicly for ghosting job applicants after multiple rounds of interviews.
Stage 4, 2020 onwards. After the pandemic, ghosting exploded everywhere. Business deals ghosted, freelancers ghosted by clients, even doctors' offices and service providers started getting called out for ghosting patients and customers.
And now, in 2026, ghosting is just a normal part of how Americans describe any situation where someone disappears without explanation.
That evolution happened in less than 12 years. Think about that.
And here's what that tells you about America. The same values that created ghosting in dating have now spread to every single area of professional and social life.
When a company ghosts a job applicant, they're doing exactly what Hannah Vanderpool was describing in her 2014 video, choosing the easier path over the respectful one.
Let's look at how Americans actually use this word in real conversations, because it shows up in some surprising ways.
Situation 1, dating and relationships. I thought things were going really well, but then he just ghosted me out of nowhere. This is still the most common use, someone you were romantically interested in disappearing without explanation.
Situation 2, friendships. We used to hang out every weekend, and then she just ghosted our whole friend group. This happens more than people realize, especially after major life changes like moving cities, getting married, or having kids.
Situation 3, job hunting. I had 3 interviews with that company and they just ghosted me, not even a rejection email. If you're ever job hunting in America, you will hear this constantly.
Situation 4, business and clients. We sent the proposal 2 weeks ago and the client has been ghosting us ever since. This is extremely common in American business culture, especially in freelance work.
Situation 5, social media. I followed him back and then he ghosted my DMs. Even in online interactions, someone who stops replying to direct messages is considered to have ghosted you.
And here's a newer one, soft ghosting. This is when someone doesn't completely disappear, but their responses become shorter and less frequent until the conversation just dies. No direct ghosting, just a slow fade.
Americans even have a word for the opposite of ghosting, haunting. That's when someone who ghosted you starts watching your social media stories or liking your posts without ever reaching out, like a ghost that keeps appearing but never speaks.
The vocabulary around this one word has built an entire emotional language for American relationships.
Now, let's go even deeper, because this is the part that most people never think about.
What does ghosting actually say about American society? America is one of the most connected countries in human history. Billions of messages sent every day, video calls across the world in seconds, more ways to communicate than any generation before has ever had.
And yet, ghosting exists, and it's growing. There's a term sociologists use, connection paradox. The more connected we become through technology, the easier it becomes to disconnect from actual people.
Before smartphones, if you wanted to stop talking to someone, you had to actually tell them. You'd run into them at school, at work, in your neighborhood. Disappearing was difficult.
Now you can block someone in 2 seconds. You can simply not reply. You can make yourself completely invisible to another person without ever leaving your room.
Technology made ghosting possible. American culture made it acceptable.
But here's the interesting part. Even Americans who ghost people feel guilty about it. Studies show that the person doing the ghosting often experiences anxiety, guilt, and a sense of relief mixed with shame.
So why do they still do it? Because in American culture, that momentary discomfort of not replying feels smaller than the discomfort of having a difficult conversation.
And that, more than anything, is what ghosting tells you about modern America. It's a culture that has become so focused on individual comfort that even basic human courtesy has sometimes been sacrificed in the name of avoiding awkwardness.
Heavy stuff, but important to understand, especially if you're trying to navigate American social and professional life.
Now, let's talk about how Americans use this word wrong, because there are some important mistakes.
Mistake 1. Using ghosting only for romantic situations. As we've covered, ghosting applies to jobs, friendships, business deals, any situation where someone disappears without explanation. Don't limit it to dating.
Mistake 2. Saying, "he ghosted on me." The correct form is simply, "he ghosted me," "she ghosted me," "they ghosted him," "I got ghosted." Clean and simple.
Mistake 3. Confusing ghosting with blocking. They're related but different. Blocking is an active, visible action. The person knows they've been blocked. Ghosting is passive. No explanation, no notification, just silence. Mistake 4. Using it too casually. If someone takes 2 days to reply to a non-urgent message, that's not ghosting. Ghosting implies a pattern of complete silence with no intention of returning. Save the word for when it truly applies.
And mistake 5, the pronunciation. It's ghosting. The GH is completely silent, just like the word ghost, not ghosting. Say it with us. Ghosting. Ghosting.
Tell us in the comments, have you ever been ghosted? Or be honest, have you ever ghosted someone? We won't judge.
Practice time. I'll give you situations. You tell me which sentence uses ghosting correctly.
Situation 1. Your friend hasn't replied to your message in 3 hours. Option A, he's totally ghosting me. Option B, he hasn't replied yet. Maybe he's busy.
Option B. 3 hours is not ghosting. Ghosting is a pattern of complete, intentional silence, not a slow reply.
Situation 2. You had 4 job interviews with a company, sent 3 follow-up emails, and heard nothing for 6 weeks. Option A, that company is so unprofessional. Option B, that company completely ghosted me after 4 rounds of interviews.
Option B. This is a perfect, accurate use of the word, and unfortunately, a very common experience in America.
Situation 3. Someone you are dating is watching all your Instagram stories but never replies to your messages. Option A, they're haunting me. Option B, they're ghosting me.
Technically, option A, because they're still engaging with your content but not reaching out directly. That's haunting, not ghosting. Ghosting would be complete silence with no engagement at all.
Now, your turn. Fill in the blank. I can't believe blank just ghosted me after blank. Use a real or imaginary situation. Write it in the comments. We want to see your examples. A word that started with one YouTube video in 2014. One woman's frustration at dates disappearing without explanation. And now, 12 years later, it's in the dictionary, it's in the workplace, it's in friendships, it's in business deals.
Ghosting didn't create a new human behavior. People have been disappearing from each other's lives for as long as humans have existed. What it did was give that behavior a name, and giving something a name in any language gives it power.
When you have a word for something, you can talk about it, you can recognize it, you can decide how you want to respond to it.
And maybe, just maybe, understanding why ghosting exists in American culture will help you navigate it better. Whether you're job hunting, building friendships, or just trying to understand why someone stopped replying.
Today, you learned one word, but really, you learned something about human connection in the modern world.
If this helped you, subscribe to Word by Word English. We drop a new word every episode. Leave us a comment. Have you ever been ghosted? See you in the next one.